Okay. What is coming in love in the new month of October? What is coming in love in October? Way too much emotion. Oh my gosh. Okay. Some of these really don't want to mix around. Competition winning at a cost. With 5 swords. Hair stuck. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. And the Lovers in reverse. Dang. Okay. Lack of commitment, indecision, dishonest, fear of commitment. Okay, so it seems a movement out of okay, let's go. I need just what I needed the most. Okay. Competition winning at all costs. 5 of Swords. But the stress relief being yeah, 10 Wands. Just further instills that it's a partnership that is going to be left. It's kind of making the decision for oneself and clearing that path. Letting go of what isn't working, what isn't benefiting, unrewarding work, investing into things that aren't fruitful, and October being a month of harvest, all other things, well, it's that season. Okay, so we got the 10 of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Princess of Cups. Yeah, to clarify the 5 of Swords, just this lack of satisfaction in figuring what do I keep, what do I change. The Tower being in reverse here is kind of like, yes, a change, but it's gonna be kind of like quick work. Makes sense. Once you've decided, it just kind of occurs, but you gotta embody the Princess of Cups, emotions, and self. expression of that matter. Okay. So that is the main energy. And coming into October is figuring out what exactly is not benefiting me. Benefit is kind of a strange term, meaning that, it's fine. I'm like trying to find the remote. So I'm just kind of looking for that control again in your life, in places where it feels like you aren't necessarily in complete control, because a lot of things are going to kind of happen and occur without much notice, really. Kind of like an impulsiveness, but more so in not knowing where your feet are planted, where your heart is at, where your mind is trying to guide you. Let's see what else wants to come out. So we have 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Once again, kind of reiterating that finding those values within yourself, prioritizing them, and figuring out what you want to fruit and what you want to discard, what is, worth letting go. And watering your plants comes to mind here, but in this case, more so watering the roots of this plant to let it grow. Not letting your own tree dry out because of putting water in the wrong places. 5 of Cups, once again, kind of thinking about what has been spilt, what has gone wrong, and not noticing that there is still progress that can be made here. There is still qualities to grasp too. 6 of Wands, holding on to kind of things that are regret. Should pull some of those as well, just to get this overarching energy. So here's the Moonology deck. It's our manifestation oracle. So what is coming in? We have kind of this energy that is coming, like going out, and it's going to start taking place more suddenly within the month of October. It's going to be a bit more fast-paced. It'll kind of trickle in, but once the floodgates open, it's going to happen. It's going to be present, and you're going to recognize it. You're going to know when it happens. Okay. Take a reality check. Alright. So for that card, full moon in Capricorn. Hair going on here with that. Okay. This card has two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in an extra effort with your manifesting work. Find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to yourself and others. I think that just kind of adds more to what has been said so far. Is that we're kind of clearing out and restabilizing the movements coming in. Clearing out these things that are putting stressors into your life. Because we're here worrying. We're here worrying about what has gone wrong, these failures and things that aren't necessarily in our control per se, but what we do have control over is where we put our time, our effort, our cups, and what we allow to prosper within us and manifest through us. Let's get some star spinner cards in here, just for a bit more. In terms of love, it seems like it's a lot more about letting go of what no longer serves us. Those that are holding us back, that are making us wither. That's not the term I was looking for, but it came out. Making us fester on situations that aren't necessarily in our highest good. We have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, just kind of honing our abilities here. And then we have the King of Cups. Yes, the King of Cups and, Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups messages. Kind of deciphering one's own heart in a way, and figuring out, okay, what is going to allow me to move purest of heart through life? What is negatively impacting it? What can I do to positively move forward and enter into this King of Chalices, King of Cups energy? Let's see what this deck has to say for their King of Cups. The King of Chalices represents patience, compassion, stewardship, and compassionate stewardship. The King is intentional about addressing strong and unruly emotions with great sensitivity and care, and guides you towards emotional maturity and level-headedness. In trying times, particularly where a diplomatic and even-handed response is required, your decisions should be predicted on warmth and generosity. Exactly. So finding a way to clear this correction, to re-establish your own priorities and figuring out what needs to be cleared to let you become cups. Very long-winded, but yeah. And then the 7 of Wands with the 6 of Wands in reverse is this, like, you fall down, you get back up on the horse. Yes, you've gone through hardships in the way of love and emotions and putting yourself out there, but getting yourself back up and realizing, okay, I have a lot of things going for me regardless of these spilled and failed situations. Right? And just getting ready for the action that is to come. What exactly is that action? I'm curious to find out. So we have the 8 of Cups, once again turning away, finding balance, and the 8 of Coins. 2 8s reflecting each other. 4s kind of come into play here as well. But yeah, with the 8 of Cups upright, we're moving out of this space here of not belittlement, but heartache in a way, of discomfort, distress, disappointment. Disappointment. We're finding that balance in a material world where we're honing our own capabilities and re-establishing our valued ties to what is so integrated in ourselves, right? And just, I think rediscovering appreciation is the main thing here, which, if you yourself have that appreciation for your own abilities, your own skills, what you have within you and to offer, it shines through, manifests in your real life. You put the effort in, the effort will come back to you tenfold. And it seems that may just be entering in. Let's come in with the new deck here. Let's see our energies. What exactly is going to be brought to our attention here? Sorry, my bracelet's like rubbing against one of the boxes, and it's very loud. Daughter of Pentacles, Son of Swords, and the Fool. A new beginning is coming in because you're walking away from the past and you're entering into a new, brighter situation. We're balancing with the Son of Swords. We're balancing both. Knight of Swords. I'm gonna read that real quick. A dynamic creature, the Son of Swords is a man of action, not of grace. He pushes forward towards his goal with urgency and determination. To top it off, he is very well educated, making him a force to be reckoned with. Usually, he is seeking approval from the patient and just Father of Swords, who casts quite a shadow onto his son. Working with this stimulating and exhausting young man can prove to be a challenge. Yeah. So, the balance is going to take effort, as we mentioned with the 8 of Coins, and the Son of Swords reflects that a bit. Just coming out of what has loomed over this mental space, emotional space, this internal world, and kind of slicing through that as best you can and keeping at it with the 6 and 7 of Wands here. The Daughter of Pentacles is kind of showing what comes after this process and bringing in this new light, this new youth, which the Fool reflects that. But it's more of this femininity here with the Princess of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles. Page and page, yeah. But the positive movement and acquiring of understanding yourself, appreciating yourself, and others will come in and appreciate too. I just got an image of The Walking Dead when they see the buck and they're just there in awe for a moment, watching, and despite the world being as chaotic and disgruntled, destructive, in that little fragment of time, that poorly CGI'd buck is just admired. And I feel like that is kind of this energy of admiration. Not the poorly CGI'd part, but just a pause, a bit of a reflection, but that reflection being your internal world to your external. I got the image of the 6 of Cups. Wasn't actually the 6 of Cups, but I was gonna say the 6 of Cups. Yeah, pleasure, kind of like this youthfulness. I think that's what's going to be coming out more, is just the ability to allow parts of you that had been casted away to shine through in their own way, and they'll be appreciated in part from you, which is going to take work and time and effort and determination. I didn't want to use the word, but it had to come out. And it's going to show through. It's going to leave way for you to admire, for others to admire, and you're going to feel the newfound pleasures of life. Yes, the Emperor card coming out to clarify, to reiterate the fact that this effort is going to allow for a protection of your own internal nativity, innocence, and more so just aspects of yourself that you've shunned away in fear of getting it hurt, because you've gone through it once before. Yes, here with the reality check, things can happen once if lucky, but as they happen, you build a new fortified understanding of what to expect. Calling back to the King of Cups is entering into that energy of knowing what reality has and what it can do, but still having worked through it, realigning with the positivity that is within you, that is so very much present and wanting deeply to come out. It's gonna shine as you work through it and decide to get back up on that horse and enter into this new perspective, this new habit of clearing out what is making you feel less, that is causing indecision. I didn't mean to say that, but at the same time I did. Confusion mostly, and commit to yourself a bit here. I keep looking at the Lovers in reverse, but that truly is how it feels. Just this innermost love, and that's going to be the biggest rush, the biggest change, and you're going to recognize and see other people seeing your own beauty just shining from within and out into the presence. As the rainbow comes after rain, all this rain is going to wash away what has been, building up and grinding your own mental space, and it's going to allow for you to blossom and shine and live a more vivid, authentic self and truth. But of course, all of this takes a lot of effort and time, and it takes time for all the water to collect up in the clouds before it rains, before all of that can truly be flushed out. It needs to reach a certain capacity, which reminds me of my psychology class. Currently in a biology sector of my intro class, we learned about action potential and the action threshold, I believe, something like that. But just essentially that so much positive will eventually accumulate and hit a threshold that allows the gates to open and that to flush through and create action that continues and continues and continues on forth till it reaches its destination. And I think that mirrors this very, very brilliantly. Now, if you guys can relate to that, go ahead and mention that. But yeah, just it's going to accumulate and build as you go, and eventually it will release and come out as something so natural, so true to you, which is exciting. That is so truly exciting, and yeah, obviously the work is still going to be put in, but that is essentially what we can expect of October, is the subtle accumulation of these positive habits that are going to lead to this new beginning, this new gate opening for you that allows others to see and witness your inner positivity, your inner self, even like, no, you're not gonna say that. Okay, thanks. Let's see. I wanted to go ahead and look at another homemade deck. Just to kind of get some like an idea of the actions we should take to get to this. I think I have another perfect deck for this actually. Okay. Actions that you've taken. High Priestess, inner voice. Allowing your inner voice to come out. Apprenticeship, 8 of Pentacles, once again coming back out. Passions, high standards, raising your standards. And then we have the 2 of Wands in reverse actually here. Playing safe. I think raising your standards here with the way that this is saying it is that by you creating this new minimum of how you want to be seen, treated, and you yourself expressed by, you need to advocate for yourself a lot more, allow that inner voice to come out, even if it isn't toward others, just you yourself figuring what it is that you need to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel like this new door is welcomed, this new way of showing up for yourself is welcomed. And through that is by honing your craft, and your craft being yourself. Just a lot of, okay, let me go to the other deck real quick. I just dropped some random stuff. This is like a relaxing rituals deck of cards. So okay. So just a few little things to do that can help you get to this this wholeness of yourself, this wholeness. So food for the soul, your inner voice. Over the high priestess here, food for the soul. Things that feed your inner self. Whether that be actual food, you guys may be real good foodies, or maybe it's telling you to allow yourself to experience life and the luxuries that it has when you're present. That appreciation, that existence in our reality, you know what I mean? Very new wavy, or new agey, I should say. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So whenever you're feeling anxious, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read the back of these real quick. With all that air traffic control going on in your head, it's all too easy to be out of touch with how stress is affecting your body, particularly over time. Check in with parts of your body by pressing different muscles in place, such as your neck, back, shoulders, and so on, and see if you're storing tension there. Give yourself a mini massage, or place your hands over these spots and mentally talk to your body. Visualize the spot letting go of the tension. Breathe deeply as you do this, and when you find yourself in a tense or unpleasant situation, make a concerted effort to remember these stress storage areas and take care of them. That is truly what is being stated here. But that is a good idea to help you guys figure where the stress is being held, both mentally and physically. So here for food of the soul, give your microwave a break. Take time out from your busy schedule to prepare a healthy, self-nourishing meal every once in a while. The process of cooking can be very relaxing in itself, especially when done the old-fashioned way, over a gas or electric stove. Make a feast of your personal comfort foods: warm milk, bananas, English muffins, chicken noodle soup, and hot chocolate, with mini marshmallows, of course, are all reputed to have soothing properties, whether real or imagined. Just finding ways to soothe yourself, to come back into yourself. Oh, I was about to put on a different thing. And one final advice card, just for the fun of it. Final closing message. Okay, well, two kind of want to come out, so I'm going to take two. Two final closing messages. So we have Divine Guardian and Talisman of Potency. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your Divine Guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Talisman of Potency. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, bringing physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. hope you guys got some takeaways from this reading, and honestly look forward to this October. It's going to be grueling at times, but with your own efforts, there's definitely going to be growth, transformation, and this newfound courage to address life as it may. Kind of releasing those shackles and controls that are self-limiting and being you. Yeah. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading and that I was able to transfer a message to you guys through this video that you guys needed to hear. Much luck and love. I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Okay, bye-bye now.